Today's discussion is about traditional festivals. What's the biggest festival in China? Have you ever heard anything about Chinese traditional festival? China's major traditional festival include Spring Festival, the Lantern Festival, Qingming Festival, or Pure Brightness Day, Dragon Boat Festival, and Mid-Autumn Festival. Ethnic minorities have also retained their own traditional festival, including Water Sprinkling Festival of the Dai people, the Nadam Fair of Mongolia people, the Torch Festival of the Yi people, the Danu Never Forget the Past Festival of Yao people, the third month fair of Bai people, and anti-funeral singing day of the Zhuang people, the Tibetan New Year of Tibetan people, and the Jumping Flower Festival of Miao people. Generally speaking, we talk about names of a Chinese festival, the dates, the major activities, special food related to them. The first is Spring Festival. The date is the first day of the first lunar month. The major activities are reunion and a luxurious dinner, visiting friends and relatives, sending gifts to each other. The special food are chicken, fish, 豆腐, 饺子, 年糕. The second is Lantern Festival. The date is the 5th day of the first lunar month. The major activities are guessing riddles, displaying bright lanterns. The special food are 元宵, rice dumplings. The third is Qingming Festival. The date is April 4th or 6th. The major activities are grief sweeping, sacrificing of offering. There's no special food for this festival. The fourth is Dragon Boat Festival. The date is the 5th day of the 5th month. The major activities are dragon boat races. The special food is 粽子. The fifth is Mid-Autumn Festival. The date is the 15th day of 8th lunar month. The major activities are enjoying the moonlight, reunion dinner. The special food are mooncakes. Then, let's discuss the 5 important traditional festivals one by one. Let us begin with our Spring Festival, the most important festival for Chinese people. Spring Festival, also called the Chinese New Year, is China's most important festival that falls on the first day of the first lunar month each year. Family members gathered just as they do for Christmas in the West. In fact, with so many people returning home, it is the biggest time for transportation systems. Spring festival activities start in the early days of the 12th lunar month and continue till the middle of the first lunar month of the next year. The Chinese government grants 7 days for this Chinese New Year in recent years. Of course, people enjoy paid holidays. For Spring Festival, I'd like to share you a story about an animal of Nian. For Chinese character, we write Nian in this way. Spring Festival is also called 过年, which means keeping the monster Nian away. There are many legends about origin of Nian. A popular legend from ancient times describes Nian as a fierce monster resembling a bull with a lion's head. During winter, when food was scarce, Nian would leave his mountain lair to eat villagers or drive them from their homes. The emperor summoned a wise man who approached Nian with a challenge. Why do you choose to kill and destroy the humans who are no match for you for your strength? Prove your real power by destroying the other monsters of the earth. Nian took up the challenge and destroyed all the monsters of the earth, but returned to the villages the following year. Being afraid of loud noises, he left the children playing with firecrackers unharmed. The villagers also discovered he was frightened of the red color and the bright flames. So they painted their door red, lit fires in their doorways, and made loud noises throughout the night. Nian never returned. This tradition has continued. Firecrackers can now be heard during Spring Festival, replacing the cracking of burning bamboos that was once used to ward off Nian. One thing I'd like to mention here for today, Chinese government realizes the importance of environmental protection. In these big cities, such as Beijing, Shanghai, fireworks are not allowed set off during the Spring Festival period. Some big cities organized fireworks show for the citizens instead. It is also very interesting to know something about our preliminary year. In Chinese, we call it 小年. The 23rd day of the 12th lunar month is called preliminary year. Sacrifices are offered to kitchen god, with families sharing delicious food, followed by preparation for the coming Spring Festival. Food, decorations, new clothes, and shoes for children, as well as gifts for the elderly, friends, and relatives are prepared. Houses are thoroughly cleaned. Then, how about decorations for our Spring Festival? Decorations are an important feature of the celebration for Chinese New Year. The traditional Chinese paper cuts with intricate patterns are a traditional item for decoration. There are single or compound versions. Compound paper cuts depict a series of folk subjects forming a picture story. They may include birds, beasts, flowers, fish, and scenery. Popular figures include Phoenix and the Peony, the cowherd and the weaver maid, and 8 immortals. These simple works of art may also be displayed in wall frames or pressed under glass tabletops to grace the room with their elegant lines and the pleasing images. Please look at these pictures. Do you like them? What I like to talk about a little bit more is the double happiness. This idea is similar to the Western thought, luck comes in pair, expressing Chinese people's great wishes for the year, for the life. Another is the flower, peony. It's the flower of country. This flower is especially popular with the Chinese people. Spring Festival couplets are worth mentioning here. Spring Festival couplets are popular. These are Chinese good luck proverbs on red paper, often with golden trimming, and are usually about happiness, wealth, longevity, satisfactory marriage, and more children. Some Spring Festival couplets are pasted or pinned in kitchens or on doors, while others can be placed anywhere. Although they are usually taken down after the New Year celebration, some remain all year in the hope of attracting ongoing good fortune. In the countryside, pictures of God of doors, God of wealth are pasted on the front doors to ward off evil spirits and to welcome peace and abundance. Then we come to the important Chinese character, Fu, for our Spring Festival. The Chinese character Fu, meaning blessing or happiness, is mandatory. Some people paste it upside down intentionally for the utterance in Chinese, describing the character pasted in such a way is pronounced as Fu Dao Le, which means that blessing for wealth have arrived. 2 large red lanterns may also be hung on either side of the front door. Then you may be interested to know about what food people like for such a special occasion. Houses are brightly lit, and the sumptuous family dinner is served on the Spring Festival Eve. Dishes such as chicken, fish, tofu must be included. For in Chinese, their pronunciations respectively, 鸡, 鱼, and 豆腐 means auspicious, abundant, and blessed. In the south of China, people eat 年糕, New Year cake made of glutinous rice flour. 年糕 means higher and higher, one year after another. In northern China, 饺子 or dumplings are eaten as people believe 饺子 means bidding farewell to the old and ushering in the new. The shape of dumplings is reminiscent of good nuggets from ancient times. People eating them wish for money and treasure. What do Chinese people do after the big dinner? After dinner, the whole family sit together, chatting and watching TV. In recent years, the Spring Festival Gala on China CCTV, China Central Television Station, lasting 5 to 6 hours, is essential entertaining for the Chinese both at home and abroad. According to the customs, each family lights fireworks at midnight to drive away evil spirits and to see the new year. Another interesting custom also need to talk about here, it is 压岁钱. New Year's Day sees everybody dressed in his or her finest clothes. Greetings are extended to parents, while each child receives a New Year's gift of money wrapped in red paper. The money is called 压岁钱, lucky money for Spring Festival, which is believed to guarantee children's health growth in the coming new year. In recent years, because of the advent of smartphone, of course, the popular way of 压岁钱is through WeChat or Alipay. How about greeting and gifts for relatives and friends? During the first 5 days of Spring Festival, relatives, friends, classmates, and colleagues exchange greetings and gifts by visiting, calling, and sending messages. Telephone lines and cables are busily engaged these days, but this is an out-of-date picture. Today, people enjoy greetings through our convenient WeChat. A lively atmosphere not only fills every household, but permeates the streets and the lanes. Activities such as line dancing, dragon dancing, temple fairs are held for days. Now, more and more countries join China in celebrating this traditional festival. After holidays like Christmas and New Year's Day, the Lunar New Year merry-making adds rich colors to lives of people in many countries worldwide. Then let us turn to the second important traditional festival in China, Lantern Festival. The Lantern Festival, celebrated on the 5th day of the first lunar month, it is closely related to the Spring Festival. It marks the end of New Year celebration, following which life returns to normal. The most prominent activity of Lantern Festival is the grand display of beautiful lanterns. In cold areas, especially in the northeastern part of China, people always enjoy making ice lanterns. Here, I'd like to discuss a traditional activity related to Lantern Festival. It is guessing riddles. Lanterns of various shapes and sizes are hung in the streets, attracting countless visitors. Excited children hold lanterns as they stroll along the streets, guessing riddles pasted on the lanterns is a Latin festival tradition from the Song dynasty, about 10th to 13th centuries ago. Visitors who solve the riddle may get prizes. Do you think we Chinese people do this game today? Usually not. But we can find such kind of activity on TV or even online. What do people usually eat during Latin festival? Custom demands the eating of yuanxiao, also called tangyuan, or rice dumplings, on this day. That is why Latin festival can also be called yuanxiao festival. Tangyuan are smaller dumpling balls made of glutinous rice flour with sesame, bean paste, jujube paste, walnut meat, dried fruit, sugar, and edible oil as filling. Tangyuan can be boiled, fried, or steamed. They taste sweet and delicious. What's more, tangyuan in Chinese has a similar pronunciation to 团圆, meaning reunion. So people eat them to denote union, harmony, happiness for the family. The third important traditional festival I like to discuss here is Qingming Festival. Qingming Festival, or Pure Brightness Day, is a day for mourning the dead. It is one of the 24th seasonal divisions points in lunar calendar, falling on April 4th to 6th each year. After the festival, the temperature rises and rainfall increases in readiness for spring plowing and sowing. Let's discuss a famous poem written by Du Mu in Tang Dynasty in Chinese like this. 清明时节雨纷纷，路上行人欲断魂。借问酒家何处有？牧童遥指杏花村。Rains fall heavily during tomb sweeping day, and the passers-by with lowered spirits go. Where can I find a restaurant? The shepherd boy pointed afar and said, Apricot Bloom Village. Here we can find two different ways to mourn the dead people, traditional and temporary. Today we go to the public cemetery to remember the dead. The fourth important traditional festival in China is the Dragon Boat Festival. The Dragon Boat Festival falls on the 5th day of the 5th lunar month. Eating 粽子 and drinking Reagar wine becomes a popular tradition on the 5th day of the 5th lunar month. It is also a custom to hang warm wood and carry fragrant pouches made of pieces of cloth with colored silk threads. All these have a common purpose, to keep the evil spirits away. What are the popular activities related to this festival? Dragon boat racing is an indispensable part of the festival, held all over the country. Teams in dragon-shaped boats row in time to the beat of rapid drums. It has developed into a sport featuring both Chinese tradition and modern sporting spirits. Recently, dragon boat racing becomes one of the Olympic Games. The fifth important traditional festival in China is Mid-Autumn Festival. The Mid-Autumn Festival falls on the 15th day of the 8th lunar month, usually in October. Since the 15th day of the 8th lunar month is the season when crops and fruit ripen and the weather is pleasant, on this day, family members or friends meet outdoors with food on tables and appreciate the full bright moon. People away from home all want to recite Li Bai's famous poem. I raised my head, the splendid moon I see. Then droop my head and think to dreams of my hometown. In Chinese we say, 举头望明月，低头思故乡. Others who are hopeful for their future prefer Su Shi's line. My one wish for you, then, is long life, and share in this loveliness the moon far, far away. In Chinese, we read this way, 但愿人长久，千里共婵娟. The line shows people's optimistic sentiment in wishing both their friends and themselves a long life and to share with them the beauty of the bright moon, though 1,000 miles apart.